Somebody, please send help. Everything's going wrong. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Tommy, and this is our Derby Let's Play season. We're in April of our second season, and we're in the Championship. And last time I spoke to you, I think we were 4th or 5th in the league. Things were great. We were in a playoff position. Look where we are now. Things have gone massively wrong. We are currently sitting in 11th place, which isn't great. So let's bring this up properly. 11th place, we are way off. We're 8 points off of a playoff place. Things haven't gone well, and I can't put my finger on what it is. If I have a look at the form so far, I'll just switch these fixtures on the head so that you can see them. How are we doing this? There we go. So we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left of the season, and last time we spoke was the Watford game. We'd just come off the back of 2 wins, and really since the Watford game that you saw, I've won 1 game. I beaten Hull 1-0, but it's just been a sea of losses and really frustrating draws. 2-2 against Sheffield United, 2-2 at Nottingham Forest, 2-2 at Huddersfield, 1-1 at Huddersfield, 2-2 at Millwall, 1-1 at Stoke. We got absolutely thumped 4-0 at Sunderland. We've just been beaten off Fulham 2-1, which to be fair was a bit of a tougher fight. I've had a look at the team cohesion. Team cohesion looks okay. So if I just bring this up, you know, we're still in the good. And I know that team cohesion can have an impact on how your team plays, the positions that they pick up, how they react to different events that happen in the game. That seems to be all right. And I have been doing some work on things like having a team talk and getting some team cohesion training in through match tactics, community outreach, match reviews. But something isn't right. The club atmosphere is starting to drop. The managerial support is still good, but it's starting to wane. So I am going back to tactics. For some reason, the tactic that I'm using just isn't working. It's not, well, I don't know. I don't know whether it's not working, but that is the next logical thing. I know that the tactic really worked at the beginning of the season, but something's not right, so I'm going to revert back to the tactic that I was using last season in League One that got me such a good response. And I'm hoping that maybe just the surprise element, because a lot of these teams have all of them have played at least once this season, and they'll already have an understanding of the tactic that I use. So I'm hoping maybe a surprise factor for the last couple of games. I revert back to this 4-2-3-1. And yeah, this is how it's looking. This isn't my starting lineup just yet. This is just the tactic that I've set. So hoping that has some difference. Next up, we are up against Bristol at home. Now, Bristol are sitting, I think they're close to us, the 12th. They're the spot behind us, basically. So there's no real importance to this match. Obviously, I don't think it's achievable now to get into a playoff position. It's too far away. That's gone. We are going to be spending another season in the Championship. But I'm going to bring you back to Bristol, and let's see how this tactic does. And yeah, send help. Let's go. So this is the starting 11 that I have decided to go with for the Bristol match. And yeah, I'm quite happy with the people that I've picked. We've got Boniuto, Sibley and Llewellyn behind James Collins, with Bird and Knight, our strongest partnership, sitting right in the centre of midfield. We've got McClelland and Asconi lining in the centre backs of the back 4. One big update is that Curtis Davis is unfortunately injured and he's out for the rest of the season. It looks like 3 to 5 weeks he's going to be out for. He's done his hip in. So it's going to be touch and go whether he's even going to get a game again for Curtis Davis, which is quite sad because he's going to retire at the end of the season. So it's not nice that his final moments with Derby was through injury. But that leaves us with Tanner, McClelland, Asconi and Persin on our back 4. We have got one new face, and that is Mustafa Cisse. Now, I know what you're going to say. I bought Trasoldi at the beginning of the season to be that competitive competition for James Collins. But Trusoldi just hasn't been as potent as I'd like him to be. To be fair, I don't know how potent I expected him to be, because I did say when I bought him that his stats weren't incredible, but he was more of a long-term development. And he has started to develop. These 13s and 12s and 14s here were 11s and 12s at the beginning of the season. So he has definitely made some progress. He's got 4 goals and 5 assists in 22 features, which isn't setting the world alight, but it's something. But I felt like James Collins needed something. I didn't have full belief bringing Trusoldi in off the bench. So I've taken Mustafa Cisse on loan. Again, he's got a little bit of a higher finishing. He's got a better composure, better decision making, and I just think he might be a bit more clinical in front of the goal. He has scored 3 and got 1 assist in 10 features, which has been really good, and he has been coming off the bench and he's been having an impact. So if you see Mustafa Cisse, we bought him, or well, we didn't bought him, we brought him in on loan the final day of the season. But that is the starting 11 for Bristol. New tactic. Let's see what happens. Right, we are at home, so hopefully we've got the home advantage. We need to see something different out of this team. We need to see a bit of fight, a bit of conversion. We are 10 minutes in. We've had no highlights at the minute. We have had 2 shots though. We have got more possession as well. So that's looking all right. But I do want to see some activity. We are up to 10th. Here we go. And it's a Bristol highlight so far. Oh, Jason Knight intercepts the ball, but then loses it again. Great. Shoretire out wide to Weimann. Is he going to take on the left back? Here he is. Sarr to Semenyo, and Asconi picks it up nicely. Okay, so can this turn into a derby highlight now? Persin to Knight, up long to Llewellyn, great pass. Now what can Llewellyn do with it? Finds Sibley in the centre, through to Llewellyn again, and Collins hits it wide. That should have at least been on target. That should have been at least on target. That was 7 yards out. That's not good enough. Okay. Bristol with a throw-in. Takes on the left back again. And Shoretire doesn't get there. But he is going to get the ball taken off him. And it's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Bristol. Was it Semenyo? That's really poor. And I don't know whether that is classic of having a ball-playing defender. But Tanner isn't a ball-playing defender. I was going to say, is that a poor ball-playing defender? Someone who hasn't got that composure. But that's just Tanner. He's the left back. He should have been onto that. And that's coming now straight to another highlight. Shoretire picks it up for Bristol. Is he going to... We're going to do anything? We're going to fight for the ball? He's got a lot of space there on the right. Weimann to Karaviev. Through the middle. Shoretire, and at least Wildsmith gets a hand on it, but that was a lot of space in the centre there. It's half time. Bristol are 1-0 up. And again, it's a similar story to what I had last season and in the last couple of games. Lots more shots. Not many more on target. There seems to be no impetus in the team. And we're getting these 6.4, 6.5 ratings. So, dressing room, I want to see something different. Show me something else in the second half, but I'm going to do it with... Can I put my hands on hips? Hands on hips and show me something else in the second half. Hopefully that'll do something. Collins has got 10 minutes. If he hasn't done anything, Cisse's coming on. Okay. So Llewellyn picks it up. Looks like he's going to look for a cross. Tries to find Bruniuto. He does find him in the end. Nothing comes of it. And it turns into a Bristol possession. But Bruniuto has picked up the ball again. And Asconi can build an attack from the back again. Finds Llewellyn. And it's 1-1. Great. Jamie Llewellyn with his 13th goal of the season. I didn't know whether that was going to go in or not. That was like slow motion almost. But it looks like he just kind of poked it underneath the keeper as he dived. Bird to Knight. Buonaiuto finds Llewellyn. Yeah, he just kind of slotted it past the keeper. Gillespie was already on his way down, wasn't he? Okay, I'll take that. Again, not massive, not great quality, but I'll take it. I'll take the goal, and I think it's time for Collins to come off. 6.3. He is not playing okay. Mustafa Cisse, come on. It's your turn, mate. Let's go. Buonaiuto with the free kick. Good free kick, but Gillespie gets his hands on it. And, yeah, straight back into another highlight. Okay, so it's Bristol playing it out from the back. Finds Sarr. Finds Karaviev. And what can Derby do? Right, can our defenders actually deal with it? They can. Knight finds Bird, who looks for Sibley on the left. Sibley's cross the pitch to Persin, who finds Llewellyn. What can Llewellyn do? He finds Cisse, and Cisse makes it 2-1. That was his 4th goal of the season, and it's Derby 2, Bristol City 1. That was really good. I think that cross ball there, the cross pitch ball from Sibley, did something that helped stretch the Bristol play, and Llewellyn found the space, and Cisse, first touch, knocks it home for 2-1. Great. I love it when a substitution works, pays off straight away. We are in another highlight. It's Jason Knight to Llewellyn. Asconi trying to find that space. McClelland back to Asconi, who finds Knight. Llewellyn, who finds Buonaiuto. What can he do? And he slots it on for 3-1. Maybe this tactic does have something in it. Maybe it's the whole, like I said, the surprise factor of just suddenly changing it up that's worked. We have got Buonaiuto's tired and Bird's looking a little bit tired. Is now the right time to take some people off and get a refresh in there? Maybe it is. So let's get the tactics up. Buonaiuto, great goal, but it's time to come off. Let's bring Trasoldi on. He can play behind the man. And who was the other one? Max Bird and Bastida. It's your turn to come on. Right, 3-1, 69 minutes. This is probably just a token highlight. Yeah, it is. There we go. Let's give them a praise, because they're overdue. 14 shots on 14 shots, 7 on target. We've got 5 minutes left. Jason Knight for Thompson. Okay, let's switch it. Doesn't look like anything else is going to happen, but I'm happy with that. 3-1. There we go. 3-1 against Bristol City. XG looked great. The second half really took off. 50-50 possession-wise. That is our first win in a long time. Let's just have a look at what it does to the table. Brilliant to come back. Yep. And that pushes us up to 9th. We are 5 points off the playoff place. Which isn't that... Is that doable then? Did Sunderland lose? Sunderland lost to Cardiff. What happened with Ipswich? Ipswich drew. And then West Brom? Where are West Brom? I don't know if you can see that Ipswich score because I don't know whether my head's in the way. West Brom don't look to have played. But hopefully they can draw or lose. It might actually be alright. We may be able to do a comeback here for playoff. That would be interesting if we could make the playoffs in the final 3 or 4 games. But let's have a look at who we have got for the final couple of games. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 more games left. We've got Wigan. We have got a West Brom, who are up there with us. Birmingham, QPR and Coventry. So... we've got West Brom, who are in 8th position. Birmingham, QPR. Birmingham are bottom. QPR are 16. Where's Coventry? 20th. So we've actually not got that bad a run. Oh, and Wigan. Where are Wigan? We've actually got a doable run here. Our highest opponent is West Brom, but the rest of them are lower end of the table. Is it over ambitious of me to think I couldn't possibly make a playoff position here? I know it might end up in heartbreak. I might miss out on 1 point or whatever. But that's really interesting. It looks like this tactic might have had a bit of a shock to the system for those players. We have got Llewellyn now on 13 goals, James Collins on 13. So the goals have been spread around a lot. We've got some goals off the bench as well with Tresoldi and Cisse, so I'm quite happy. I'm going to come back here for QPR and Coventry. Hopefully we will still be in it. Hopefully I will have beaten West Brom. We are away, but hopefully we can beat them. And I'll be back for the final 2 games of the season for an end-of-season special double-header. QPR and Coventry. Can we make the playoffs? It'll be a real anticlimax if we're 5 or 6 points off, and there's no way of making it though. But I've promised I'll do a double-header. But yeah, if you have liked it, then I'll see you very soon. And make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section to let me know what you think. Thanks a lot, guys, and thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.